Welcome back on the AM show, and we're capping off the show with a wonderful bit. I'm talking about this book, Rama's Lemonade, that we're going to be reviewing with none other than Rabiatu Brimah, the author of the book. Now, this is one wonderful piece that we're going to be biting into. Rabiatu, a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Benjamin. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Great. I think it's only fitting that we start. I'm sure people will now be checking out online Rama's Lemonade. What's this all about? We'll be getting to that shortly. Who is Rabiatu Brimah?
Right. Rabiatu Brimah is currently a customer experience consultant and a soft skills trainer. After 20 plus years in the corporate world, I decided to branch out and offer the solutions that I have greatly benefited from to the corporate world.
Okay.
And other individuals, yes. I'm also a diabetes coach, which is not why we're here. I'm an adoption advocate.
Right.
And I am a new author, which is the reason why I'm here this
Which is the
morning.
reason we're here.
Yes,
and you speak about, unsurprisingly, you speak about adoption. I think it's chapter 5 or chapter 9 of the book, chapter 9 of the book. But in summary, just to give us a bit of a context, what is this book about, Rama's Lemonade?
Okay, so Rama's Lemonade is about the life, or let me say the bumpy ride of a modern African woman, right? So a modern African single woman.
It's good you qualify it.
Yes. So she talks about how she sails through the challenges of 49 years of being a single person. She talks about the challenges that come with it, you know, especially in an African setting. And eventually how, well, it's not done yet in that sense, but then how she turns these lemons into lemonade, and how she continues to make lemonade out of life's curveballs. Yes.
It's said that when life throws lemons at you, make lemonade out of them. And that's what Rama does in the book.
Yes.
Let's look, though, about how you stumbled upon writing. You've always not wanted to be an author mainstream, but you've always wanted to write a book. Tell us about that. When did this epiphany hit you? When did you...
This would be in my 20s. I lost my only sister when I was 20. She was 16 then. And then somewhere in my mid-20s, I had experienced a few things and I thought, you know what? This must be shared. So I wanted to write a book. And then as I grew, it became stronger. That desire became stronger. Also because I realized that in this part of the world, we do not like to share our story. Anytime I had an issue, I needed some information, I would Google. I would get information that was theory, and then I would get real life stories. And I realized that I benefited a lot more from the real life story. So I thought, you know what? Everybody has got a story. If you share it, you make the world richer. If you don't share it, you impoverish the world. So, Rabbi, you're going to share your story. No matter how vulnerable it makes you, you're going to share your story. And that's what got me here.
And look, you should grab a copy of this book for real. It's amazing, and it has a ring with Mariam Abba's "So Long a Letter." If you've ever read that book, but let me find out. So, a lot of what is reflected here reflects you.
Yep. Yep. And what I
mean, I was wondering whether it was mere coincidence that you were using.
This is a semi-autobiography. Right. Therefore, it's talking about the life of the author. It has some fictional elements, and the fictional elements here would be the names of the characters. Okay. Everything else is real, based on the author's real life story.
So let's look at part of that reality. I just want to read a portion of pages 7 and 8, especially because of what it brings up.
Okay.
I was a hopeless romantic. I had so much passion and love inside of me that I knew I was not born for celibacy. That is why it frustrated the life out of me when people asked me the dreaded question and even tried to suggest possible reasons I found myself in that predicament. They would say things like, "You're probably being too choosy. There's nothing like Mr. Perfect, you know. You're not getting any younger. Your biological clock is ticking," and other insensitive remarks. As if I didn't know. Do they think I am too dumb to know what's good for me? Who would see good marriage material and let it pass? Not me. If I see available marriage material, I will grab it like nobody's business. Ifya looked surprised, as though she wasn't expecting this. Then she burst into a fit of laughter, and I couldn't help but join in. You're so right, girl. The fact is, no one wants to marry junk. And here's my favorite part. Yempe awarie nikaboka. To wit, we don't want a useless marriage. At this point, Ifya is drying tears from her eyes. The belly laughter has triggered her tear glands. If you're excited, then you know you should grab a copy of this book, Rama's Lemonade. Beautiful writing. And so basically, your life is what got you into writing this book, sharing that experience with others. I'm curious, when you look at chapters 5 and 9, you name chapter 5, The Armed Robber, and then you name chapter 9, Adoption, a Beautiful Option. I found those two titles of chapters interesting. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Okay, so then the armed robber bit. Before that chapter, I talked about the fact that with Rama's cousin said to her sometime that before you meet your Prince Charming, you're going to come across a lot of frogs. So then Rama
I saw that recently somewhere on social media. Right.
So then Rama proceeds to share about some of the frogs he had encountered in life. So before the armed robber, there's the con artist, there's the deceitful professor, and then there's the armed robber.
Wow.
So you need to read about the armed robber. She actually encountered one on that journey. She had no clue he was until he died. So get that book. And then talking about adoption, a beautiful option. So taking an African woman, young African woman, there's a certain path that is set for her, or that those are the expectations of people. You get married at a certain age, you have your children, and then it goes on. So when you haven't found the right man, and your biological clock is ticking, and you're past age 40, and you absolutely love and adore children, what do you do?
Not to mention the pressures of family, because you talk about that in the book as well.
Family, pressures of society. What do you do? Are you going to follow the norms? Are you going to just let society continue to pressure you with all their limitations? Or are you going to figure out what you want as an individual and have a conversation with your God and make a move? So that's where the adoption comes in. And I share the experience of adoption as a single person and the kind of fulfillment it gives to that person who has been most of her life dreaming of having her own children.
Right.
And I talk about the fact that when you adopt, that is your own child.
That is
absolutely your own child.
I loved the way you brought that in, because, you know, sometimes it demystifies so many things. A lot of people here wouldn't go for adoption because they think this or that.
Yeah.
But it's commonplace in other parts of the world. But just to maybe wrap the conversation, for someone who picks a copy of your book, and I'll ask you about where copies can be found, what can they expect? It's almost 200 pages, 168 pages thereabout. What can they expect from this book, Rama's Lemonade?
This book will inspire them to faith. And I'm talking about personal faith. It's not that faith
This is not religiosity.
No,
this is
This
life.
is not this is not churchianity or religiosity. This is life. This is faith. Having an understanding of who God is yourself and taking that path. It will inspire hope, because when you think that with all the challenges, with all the curveballs of life, you're done, nothing else can happen for you. You see it play out in somebody else's life differently, where they flourish, they thrive, even under those circumstances.
Yeah.
It gives you hope. It gives you inspiration. It gives you that bounce back spirit, that don't give up spirit. Because you see, we are here for a short time, and you're going to have to make it count. This book gives you that determination.
You must make that time count. I can't let you go without, in some 15 seconds, tell us, where can people grab copies? Is there a number they can call?
Yes, there's a number they can call. They can get this on booknook.store.
Okay.
So for those who like buying stuff online, booknook.store.
Right.
And then you can get it on Amazon, wherever you're watching this. So amazon.com or amazon.co.uk. Vidya bookstores, both branches, Usu and Laboni, they have it. And then you can also call 059-418-5725.
Please repeat that number.
059-418-5725.
Last time, slower.
Yep. 059-418-5725. And then this book will be delivered to you same day. It costs only 80 cedis in Ghana.
Okay. And that is Rama's Lemonade by Rabiatu Brimah. You really should grab a copy of this book. It's fantastic, and I'm recommending it for you. You should put it on your reading list. Rabi, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And congratulations on getting that off your bucket list. You wanted to write a book and publish it, and you've done it. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Just stay with us as we wrap the show. Now, the most loved and exciting kids cooking show on Joy Prime, Big Chef, is finally coming to an end as we journey to the finale, the grand one. Contestants have displayed their exceptional culinary skills in the last 11 weeks of the competition. We started with 14, and now we're down to the big 6. Adwa, Ama, Fudaila, Aram, Prince, and Laura. Vote for your favorites by dialing *711 *60# and follow the prompts. Who wins Big Chef Season 2? Remember, your vote constitutes 40%, so vote as many times as you can. Catch the finale of The Big Chef on Sunday, 4th December 2022 at 5 p.m. on Joy Prime. Now, Big Chef is brought to you by Fortune Rice, Phytol Sunflower Oil, Indomie, Top Choco, Flora Tissues, Low Price Masters, Sankofa Natural Spices, City Blood Tonic, and Perk Biscuits. All of them enabling us to bring you Big Chef. Now, happy birthday to Ms. Janice Bapping of the Ghana Revenue Authority, VAT House. It's from Max Fuga. Interestingly, on the back of the budget, we're talking about VAT. But a happy birthday to you. And on that happy note, we wrap the conversation. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. I've done this today with Bernice Abubeidu Lanza. Up next, Joy News Desk. Do stay.